Hello everybody, it's Zelenskyy News here, and today we've gotten only one update today. So if you're a regular to this channel, you know that I cover a broad range of topics in the world. If you can see in the map, we talk about everything on the Zelenskyy News channel. But today we're going to be focusing on one specific point today, and that is the meeting between the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy, and the President of the United States. As probably many of you already know, it was a very intense meeting. So let's just start from the start. So Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelenskyy met at the White House, where Zelenskyy shook Donald Trump's hand, and Donald Trump commented on the clothing that Volodymyr Zelenskyy was wearing. Trump stated that he is all dressed up today. So regarding that statement, we've just got news today that Trump was actually apparently irritated that Zelenskyy appeared in military uniform and not a suit. So apparently Trump's advisors have told the Zelenskyy team on multiple occasions that it would be more respectful for Zelenskyy to ditch his military style tracksuit to more of a respectful suit if you're going to be meeting the President of the United States. But Zelenskyy rocked up in his military uniform, but it seems like everything was going pretty good. There was a bit of tension. Zelenskyy and Donald Trump mostly at the start talked about its mineral deal that it was going to sign, and then all hell broke loose. So it all started when Volodymyr Zelenskyy got in an intense exchange between J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, and you know what, I'll just show you here. So I'll just show you the videos of the meeting and the heated exchanges from Donald Trump, Vance, and Zelenskyy.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
That.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on
position
this
to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very
You
strong.
will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From
it.
the very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You don't
was
have
in
the cards right now. With us, you start
I'm
having
not playing
cards. But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives of
anymore.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What
III.
what do you
You're
think
gambling
about?
with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting, you said thank you.
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States
what
of
are you speaking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country
Can
is
I-
in big
can-
trouble.
can I
Wait a minute.
answer?
No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I
You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we
coming
are
out
staying,
okay because of us.
Mr. President, We are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only in
alone.
this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
Except
times
that
thank
there-
you
except
to
that-
American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there, your people are dying,
tell you
you're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't
Listen,
please
you're
be
running low
surprised.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I want this. Look, if you can get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it, so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting
Of
killed.
course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire?
But I said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire.
guarantees.
Because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That
It
wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
This
That was
is your,
with- that
this
was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me, that was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is, Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You gotta be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr.
You should be thanking the president for
Have
trying
you
to
ever
bring it
been-
into this
Have you ever
conflict.
been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Are
Beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I
You don't
was-
have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards. But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
what do you think
You're
about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world. And I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, second
And
question.
my second question for President Zelensky. Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if do you own a suit?
You have problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting
I don't
the
have
dignity of
such.
this office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe something like
maybe
this.
something like
Yes,
yours.
sir.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than yeah. Thank you. Thank you for.
So the exchange got so bad that Volodymyr Zelenskyy actually called J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, a bitch in Ukrainian under his breath. So I'll put it here right now.
You should be thanking the president for
Have you
trying to
ever
bring it
been-
into this
Have you
conflict.
ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President.
So you could clearly hear Volodymyr Zelenskyy call J.D. Vance a bitch. So it's not a very good look, and it's not very professional. So it seems that the two nations of the United States and Ukraine did not sign the mineral deal. That was the whole point of the meeting, was it was for Zelensky and Donald Trump to sign the mineral deal after their meeting in the Oval Office. But this never happened. So if you can see here in your bottom left corner, this was the press conference that was going to be held after the talks between the two leaders and to sign the mineral deal. The Ukrainian president never made it to the room, so it seems, and according to Reuters, Trump is no longer interested in Zelensky's mineral deal. So I don't know how true that is, but apparently Donald Trump is not even interested in Ukrainian mineral deal anymore. So I'll keep you updated on that. And after the whole exchange happened, Donald Trump apparently kicked Zelensky out of the White House. So the journalist asked the President of the United States, Donald Trump, if Zelensky was kicked out of the White House. Trump stated that, "I don't have to tell you that. I think you know the answer." Judging by Zelensky left very quickly after the exchange, it does imply that Trump probably did kick him out of the White House. So very interesting news. Donald Trump also stated to the journalist that to restart talks with Zelensky, he has to say that "I want peace. Not Putin this, not Putin that. People are dying. He doesn't have the cards. You must understand." So if Zelensky were to come back to the White House, he needs to say that we want to make peace. So interesting news. And after the journalists' questions, Donald Trump did a Twitter post on X. He stated that "we had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without a conversation under such fire and pressure. It is amazing what comes out through emotion. And I have determined that President Volodymyr Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage into negotiations. I don't want advantage, I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he is ready for peace." We've gotten some more videos that I would like to show you of people's reaction after the heated exchange between President Donald Trump and the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky here.
So, what I think? Complete, utter disaster. I've been to Ukraine 8 or 9 times since the war started. I understand the consequences of Putin's actions against Ukraine. I appreciate what the Ukrainian people have done. They fought like tigers. At the end of the day, I was hoping that this minerals deal, which would be transformative in the relationship, would go over well. I talked to Zelensky this morning. Don't take the bait. President Trump was in a very good mood last night. Somebody asked me, am I embarrassed about Trump? I have never been more proud of the president. I was very proud of J.D. Vance, standing up for our country. We want to be helpful. What I saw in the Oval Office was disrespectful, and I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again. I think most Americans saw a guy that they would not want to go in business with. The way he handled the meeting, the way he confronted the president was just over the top. So I think the relationship between Ukraine and America is important, vitally important. But can Zelensky do a deal with the United States? After what I saw, I don't know.
Takeaway, I told President Trump, I said, there's 2 ways to look at this. Your interaction with Zelensky was maybe the best television I've ever seen. But it's deeper than that. The world is now watching how Trump behaves and acts when he's pressed. I thought he stood up for America, that we're a good people, we want to help you, but we're going to be respected. So I think Moscow is probably more afraid of Trump than ever. Hope the Chinese are, and I hope the Iranians are. As to Zelensky and Ukraine, to the Ukrainian people, America wants to help you. The way the meeting went today, you made it almost impossible to help you.
We've also got news today that after Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky finished up their heated exchange, Zelensky obviously got kicked out of the White House, and Zelensky went straight to an interview with Fox News. So let's just go over Volodymyr Zelensky's key comments from his Fox News interview. So first, Zelensky said he won't apologize to Donald Trump or JD Vance, even though, I'll be fair, Zelensky did call JD Vance a bitch under his breath in Ukrainian. I don't think the officials know that at this very moment. But Zelensky also stated that I regret and it shouldn't have happened. He stated that this meeting was not good. I think it was not good. He stated this. Zelensky also stated that this was a mistake to do it in public. It should have been in closed doors, not in a full press where cameras are running. The conference between JD Vance and Donald Trump should have been behind doors, not out in the outside world.
I read what the Democratic senator said, that Trump has become Putin's lapdog. Do you agree with that President Trump is too close to Vladimir Putin in your mind?
We spoke about it, and I think today, very openly, President Trump, he said that I want to be in the middle, otherwise I will not put these guys at the table.
And is he right?
I want really, I want to be very honest, I want really him to be more at our side.
So that was basically his main key comments that Zelensky made in his meetings with Fox News. And let's just go over people's reactions to overseas leaders. So a lot of overseas leaders, especially the Western leaders of NATO, are a bit shocked about the recent meeting with Zelensky and Donald Trump. Macron stated, the president of France, stated that we must respect those who have been fighting since the beginning. The Italian Prime Minister Meloni is now calling for an immediate summit between the US and the EU about Ukraine and its latest heated exchange that happened. And a lot of countries, even Australia, is now stating that it stands with Ukraine as well. So a lot of countries, leaders around the world are just saying that we are standing with Ukraine. So interesting news, and that's all the news I've gotten today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Non-C News. I'll try and provide you news that medias around the world do not show you. I do these videos hopefully daily, so consider subscribing and liking. If you want to support me personally, please consider donating in the link in the description below. I have a PayPal link, or you can join as a member of the channel. Each way, you are very appreciated. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.